Capitol Hill is potentially the greatest reality show on TV these days. And the spending fight, just keeping the government from shutting down this week, is just part of it. This morning, two Republicans, Tim Burchett and former Speaker Kevin McCarthy, as I mentioned earlier, they got into like a shoving match. It wasn't really a fight, but they call it that on the House floor. Now, I personally like Tim Burchett, and not so much Kevin McCarthy, but this is amongst our own party. Now, quick disclaimer, neither Newsmax nor Carl Higbie endorses any political violence. But when are we going to start getting this mad at Democrats? Seriously, I have never seen a Republican bow up to a Democrat on the House floor for trying to strip our rights, tax us to death, force us to take a vaccine. I'm certainly not saying someone should take a swing at Hakeem Jeffries, folks. I'm not saying that. But maybe a bit of this same party anger could be constructively redirected to actually help the American people. Just saying. From the outside looking in, it seems pretty dysfunctional. The bottom line is, and I haven't been shy about this at all, I don't care if the government shuts down. The government doesn't work for us when it's open. In fact, it means when it is, they're just wasting our money. Shut it down. At least it stops it from growing. Think about this. In 1983, the year I was born, yes, I'm 40 years old, the federal government's entire budget was $660 billion total. More than that goes to the Pentagon now. In 1990, we crossed $1 trillion, 2005, $2 trillion, 2011, $3 trillion, and it jumped way up to $5 trillion in 2020. Now, aside from a brief single-digit fluctuation, occasionally spending does go down a little bit, but it pretty much just trends upward like an escalator the entire time. We keep taking in more and more money with the relative fluctuation, but that keeps going up too. In 1999 and 2000, those are the only 2 years in my entire life that we took in more money than we spent. We've run a deficit for 38 years of my life. And Congress, instead of actually fixing this problem, would rather fight amongst themselves. You and I are sitting there screaming at the top of our lungs to stop spending money because it's making the money in my bank account worth less every day. Yet they keep printing it, and they keep lighting it on fire, and they keep flushing the ashes down the toilet. They don't listen to us. I mean, why is this so hard? I want Republicans who just went through a grueling speaker swap to hold the line. You all campaigned on fiscal responsibility, closing the border, yada, yada, whatever else. Pass a bill that prioritizes that. Stop sending out fundraising emails promising it. Just do it. Who cares what the Democrats in the Senate think about it? Chuck Schumer can choose to or not to take it up as long as he wants. But if Republicans pass a bill with our priorities, it's not the Republicans who are shutting down the government. It's Democrats. And we should be super vocal about that. Look, Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic minority leader, already told reporters on Monday that Democrats have zero intention to vote for this new rule that was going to help them pass the CR. Now they're saying they're on board with potentially the new CR on the House floor, so we're going to see how that plays out. I mean, great job, libs. Truly way to be there for the American people. Let's just keep lighting more money on fire and whatever Republicans vote for it. Why are Republicans always, and I mean always, trying to pass things that we think Democrats might vote for? Who cares what they think? We have the House now. Everything they touch turns to crap. Look, I guess some of us can swallow some of their spending policies if we get meaningful change. And just to be clear, I view meaningful change as like losing the Department of Education and then chopping another clean trillion right off the top of our spending. But come on, guys. How about you don't spend more than we take in? That's kind of a good deal. It's costing us $1 trillion a year to service our own debt. That's a lot of money. You should not rely on Democrats for any of this. They are diametrically opposed to anything that reflects anything from our party platform. If there is something that the Democrats agree with us on outside of oxygen, either that Democrat has been hanging out with Cheech and Chong too long, or your bill is not conservative enough to fulfill your campaign promises.